Where's the camera? There it is. Christ.
Ugh.
I set this up.
Woo! Hello.
This is a fever dream.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Kia.
And we are going to read some Reddit stories.
We have a little post-holidays, am I the asshole?
Yeah.
We're gonna be, figuring out if they are indeed the asshole.
The asshole.
The holidays are always a weird time for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really see or talk to my family very much anymore. The holidays were always a big point of, like, contention. Holidays have always been filled with a lot of, like, horror stories for me. I don't know about you.
I feel like with a lot of people, too, just because it's a lot of, like, family-oriented stuff, it brings up a lot of past, like, traumas, I would say. Because, you know, when you have your whole family in one spot, usually during the holidays, it does get very, very stressful.
And why do we always meet at the aunt's house that has one bedroom?
And we all have to sleep on the one couch with, like, the one, like, raggedy white dog that, you know, that we all love.
Yeah,
Right?
why is everyone sharing an air mattress with their raggedy white dog?
Yeah.
Why did we all go there? Why didn't we stay home?
But we love
Anyway,
that dog. We love that dog so, so much. But yes,
dog, the real MVP of Christmas.
honestly, truly.
So we are now a couple weeks out of holiday Christmas territory.
Yes, happy
We have-
2026 as well. Holy
Hey
cow.
guys, we survived. We survived another holiday season with
Who would've
very
thought?
little damage.
Yeah, so little damage. We turn around and it's just like just
Bleeding profusely.
Bleeding profusely.
But we made it. We did it.
Yes.
I hope you did as well. And we're gonna see how these Christmases went for these two families.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. I only peeked at like the titles of these guys,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's kind of stressful.
Do you want to kick us off, or
All
shall
right.
we see how the winter times treated
Okay.
these families?
Put your seatbelt on, because you're not going to like this one. Am I the asshole for being upset that my dad didn't get me anything I asked for, but bought himself a PS5?
I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm gonna go yeah.
Oh, that
Like
he's the asshole, or the
I'm
dad's
gonna-
the asshole?
The dad's the
Oh, yeah,
asshole.
the dad's the asshole, yeah.
You're not the asshole for being mad. That's my immediate response. With again, no one owes each other anything, but it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice. But also, let's hear the story. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Bought himself a PS5, let's see.
Brutal.
16 male, so it's a 16-year-old boy.
Okay.
Oh. Was told by my dad to make a Christmas list. I kept it simple. I asked for 3 things. 1, my driver's permit, which I've been asking for a while.
That's not even a gift. That's just that you
don't
need
you
that.
Yeah.
And your learner's permit, like not even like a car. I just want you to take me to get my learner's permit, or like
Oh,
help
so he
me
can-
pay for classes.
Wait,
That's okay.
this make me bummed out already.
Okay. It's
So,
barely a birthday gift, but okay.
Yeah. But
Go
okay.
for it.
Yeah, driver's permit, an Xbox Series X, and 3, a relevant item to the story. So my main goal was the permit. So he wanted the permit.
Yeah, which
mainly.
also, again, I'm gonna say, like, that's a normal part of life for most people.
For
like,
a teenager.
Especially if you live in a town that has no public transport.
Yeah,
you
you
need
want-
a car, you need to
You
be able
wanna
to drive.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's a good skill for everyone to have, is to know how to operate a car.
Yeah, just in case, you
For
know,
whatever reason.
like
I think that's important.
emergencies, or just going to work, like so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, not a gift. Something that should just be like a rite of passage. Maybe you earn it.
Yeah.
I understand being like, oh, well, in our house, you have to earn the right to get your permit. Okay, great, but like,
I feel like it's just such a normal.
that
like,
breaks my heart asking for that as a birthday gift.
Like, to me, it's like I don't see it as like a privileged thing. It's something that in this day and age, with cars being so
Honestly, yeah.
that you need a car to do a lot of things. I feel like it's
Yeah.
like, no, your kiddo has to learn how to drive a car, like, at least to operate one, because you never know. What if, like, you know, you can't drive a car yourself for any other reason, but only your kid can. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is interesting.
So
Continue.
this is weird to me, but okay. Ugh. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day to catch the bus to school and stand outside in the cold. After school, my bus is also inconsistent. One time, I was at school an extra hour because my bus was late. I figured if I got my permit, I could start learning to drive and eventually stop relying on the bus. I don't feel like I was asking for a lot. I just wanted something that would help me in my daily life. Valid.
Yeah, especially if
For school.
your kid takes the bus.
This is for school mainly, it sounds like.
Yeah, you don't give them a ride places. They are losing parts of their day waiting for this ride. That sounds so fair for them to get their
being like, I want a permit, so then you don't have to drive me to school or something like that.
Yeah.
I can drive myself from and back to school, and I don't have to deal with the cold waiting for the bus. Oh, this bums me out. Okay.
I'm upset about this already.
Okay. My brother also made a list. He got everything he asked for, including a VR headset. My dad also bought himself a brand new PS5 and 14 games.
What'd you get? So what'd you get?
Uh-oh. Here it is. You ready?
No! Ugh! Hold on. Okay. I keep blowing out the mic.
Serious. Okay. I didn't get anything from my list. Instead, my dad gave me a Yamaha Blaster, a quad ATV. I didn't ask for it. I'm not really into recreational riding. I've told him this, but he just shrugs me off. I used to have another quad, but we sold it. I never been into dirt bikes or quads as much as like my rest of my family. I can't use them to get to school or work. I know I said I don't have a job, but it still applies in general. They're just for fun, and I'm not interested in that kind of fun. Yeah, he wanted a Xbox. Or literally a driver's permit. Literally the only fun thing he listed in his list was an Xbox. But he doesn't even want the Xbox.
I mean, okay, like here's the thing. This story I think could be taken both ways very easily, except for the fact that the Christmas presents in question that were bought, ATV, PS5, VR headset. So obviously you can't afford to get
it's some big
the items that your child
Honestly,
wanted.
with how much at ATV, you can easily get a PS5.
Yeah, so it's not one of those things that like your child asked for this item and it was hard for you to get it. You don't have the money to get it. Maybe you don't have the resources to get it. It's one of those things to be like, it was really hard for me to get this, or I couldn't get this, so sorry. Or I couldn't afford it. But obviously you could. Obviously you could afford it. ATVs are like really expensive.
Here, I'm doing a quick ATV for sale just because I'm curious. This first ATV I looked at, $389. That could easily like be towards a PS5.
And how much does it cost to get your learner's permit?
Oh my gosh.
How much
at least for me,
it cost?
I remember like when I got my learner's permit, like it was like a one-time fee of like maybe $50.
Well, okay, so it ranges. In Georgia, it's $10. In New York, it's $80.
And that's even cheaper than an Xbox.
Let's see, permit classes. Let's see how much classes cost. So student driving classes can range from anywhere from $150 to $800, depending on what kind of services you're getting. So we're looking at, let's say you get them the classes for $200, all right? And you get them the permit, and let's say you live in New York where it's $80. So that's $280 to get them the permit and buy them classes to learn how to drive.
Yeah. And if you go to Best Buy right now, a PlayStation is $400.
So and the ATV was $300. So you had the money. You could have gotten them. You didn't want to. It was hard. And also, I will say, getting them a gift that they didn't even want, as much as it is a nice gift.
And they talked about it. They even voiced it to you. Hey, I'm not into ATVs like you and the rest of the family. I just want my driver's permit.
At that point, give them money.
Yeah.
Like, if you are going to ignore what they asked for and then get them something that they don't want, just give them money at that point. Because at least you could, like, try to, like, pawn the ATV for money to then buy the things you wanted. So skip the middleman. Don't buy the ATV. Give them money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This really...
That's it. That is a little, like... And especially since your brother got everything they wanted.
The VR headset, all that... Ugh.
Now, again, like... those are some crazy gifts, I will say. Those are some, like, really large and like, pretty elaborate Christmas gifts. It looks like this family, though, is able to afford it.
Yeah.
It looks like that's not, like, a very new thing to this family. And also, again... A driver's permit is a basic part of life.
It is. At this point, in this
I
day and
understand
age,
being like, oh, you're not responsible enough to have a driver's permit. That's a different story.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a different story of being like, no, my kid should not be operating a vehicle. They're a dumbass.
Yeah, know your kid.
Okay, valid. Don't give your kid the permit. But is that the case?
It doesn't sound like it.
Because you gave them an ATV.
Yeah, he knows how to drive. And an ATV is like a driving vehicle. So it's like... He can probably, and he seems like a smart kid too.
Yeah.
To learn up to drive a car. Oh yeah, so he says, I was pretty disappointed. I didn't tell him thanks or anything. I was feeling pretty pissed at the time, so I said some comments about the bike. I even asked if we could sell the blaster to use the money to get me to what I actually asked for, either a permit with training or the Xbox. My dad got mad and called me ungrateful. In fact, he said he didn't get the permit because what they can teach you, I can teach you. Which doesn't make sense at all, considering a permit means I'm legally allowed to drive.
I was about to say, so there's a difference between driver's ed, which is, again, the courses that I looked up, that's the one that costs anywhere from $150 to $800, depending on the package you get. That's driver's ed. Is one thing. Mm-hmm. Driver's education is the program that you buy that you don't need to get. Mm-hmm. All right? The permit is what makes you legally allowed to operate the motor vehicle. Yeah. All right?
You want, like, to legally go through the process so then you can get the driver's permit and then hopefully getting that license.
That was aggressive, but still.
It's, the dad has sounded dumb. But, okay. Later... I said I'll start saving for the Xbox, and he told me I should just save up for my permit myself. But I'm 16 and I don't have a job. And even if I saved up for $400 or more it cost, I still need his help for everything. Signing documents, taking me to the DMV, supervising my driving, helping with driver's training.
Which, wasn't that the whole dad's thing?
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I want to teach you all these things so I can teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah, like maybe be a parent.
That was like the whole point, right?
Yeah, and he said so it feels like something a parent should help with, not something I should have to do alone. Meanwhile, he keeps buying dirt bikes and quads for the family, and now a PS5 for himself. I even asked him if I found a good price on an Xbox if he would drive me down the hill to help me get it. He even said no to that, saying I wouldn't pay him gas money. I was upset and probably came off a little rude, but I feel like my disappointment was valid. I wasn't asking for anything crazy, I just wanted something that would actually help me, and would cost less than what he spent on the blaster. Am I the asshole for being upset and asking to sell the gift to get what I actually wanted?
No.
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 Your dad's the asshole.
Your dad's kind of a dick.
For not being a parent, to not being a dad.
Yeah, your dad sucks.
Yeah. Your dad sucks.
100%, so... the fact that he literally ignored everything on your list and got you something that you not only was not on your list, but something you don't have any interest in and haven't had interest in for years is very, very clear that he does not care. That kind of sucks. But you got this. Listen, get your permit. It's gonna be hard, obviously, without your dad's help.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. You got this. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. That really, really sucks.
That's just like, that's a very clear way of saying, I don't actually care about you, your wants, or your needs.
Yeah, he got you something that was like the same like, not even the same price, like, way more than what you actually wanted.
Yeah. Now, okay, before
That's, like,
anyone,
crazy to me.
before the comments fill up with the "Am I the asshole Olympics?" Yeah, obviously there are worse parents out there. There are parents that
Yeah.
could like not get you anything for Christmas, or literally punch you in the face for Christmas, or whatever. Yeah, I get it. But in this
Yeah.
context of this family who obviously, gets each other's gifts and takes care of each other in that way, for this family to then go, especially this dad to go like, no, I'm not going to take care of you or your needs though. It's just a very clear way of going, oh,
It's a plain thing of, like, you're
I
just
don't
not
care.
listening. Like, be a good person and listen to your loved one.
yeah. And also, why do you care so much? Why do you care so much that he sold the gift that he doesn't like to get the gift that he does?
Yeah.
Why does that bother you?
Why does it bother you that he's not into ATVs?
Answer the question.
He's
Dad's the asshole, kid's
Yeah.
innocent.
And you know
Court's
what?
adjourned.
That's the main verdict, not the asshole.
Yeah.
So that's what's it.
Easy. Oh, that's brutal. That is okay.
Yeah.
What is the worst gift you ever got?
The worst gift I
Yeah,
ever
what's
got?
the worst gift you ever got? Or the most
my-
disappointing gift?
Ooh, that's hard because I'll be honest, I'm even with gifts that I'm like a little bit like I'm still very appreciative of them, or of just like, oh, thank you for thinking of me.
I'll tell you mine while you think.
Yeah. Tell me what you think. Yeah.
Okay, this one was a funny one. Kind of a hilarious fuck up by the entire family. For my 16th birthday. Now I came from a family where I knew I wasn't getting a car for my 16th birthday. I was in the process of getting, I think I had gotten my permit and I was getting ready to get my license. But I knew I wasn't gonna get a car. We didn't have extra car money. Like, I figured I'd be sharing my car or my mom's car at some point or whatever.
Yeah.
But for my 16th birthday, I got a really lovely, I think it was like a Tiffany key ring from my aunt. Like a key ring with the K on it. And I was for Kia, and I was like, that's so sweet, that's so nice. My friends had gotten me this really nice pair of sunglasses. Like, I think they were like low-key designer or like fake designer sunglasses or something like that.
Ooh.
And my grandfather got me a roadside emergency kit.
Oh.
So my best friends got me sunglasses. My aunt had given me a keychain, and my grandpa got me an emergency roadside car emergency kit.
Ooh.
And I look at these gifts, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting a car. Like, obviously, right? Like, I get sunglasses, I get this key ring, I get this emergency roadside system. I'm like, I have no idea how my parents are pulling this shit off. I'm like, this is amazing. Okay. And I look, and I look at all my gifts, and I'm like, oh my God. And my mom goes to get me one last gift, and it's a small box. And I'm like, I start to like lose my mind a little bit. Like, I'm starting to be like, oh my God. And she sees the other gifts, and then she looks at the box, and she looks at me, and she goes, oh my God, we didn't get you a car. And I went, and I kind of was like, what? And she's like, oh my God, we didn't get you a car. We didn't get you a car. Before you panic, we didn't get you a car. And I was like, and my entire family then realizes that they had gotten me a series, and my best friends too, like, had gotten me a series of gifts that all looked like I was about to be surprised with a car for my 16th birthday.
Aww.
It was hilarious though, because like, again, it was not something I expected. I knew we didn't have car. Like, I wasn't getting a car. I knew that, but it was just the fact that like everything led up, and my poor mother, who was trying to help like save the day. She was trying to help me like, don't get excited, and it was the funniest thing. But it was, I will say, so disappointing, a little heartbreaking, because I literally was like, oh my god, it's gonna be like the movies.
Aww.
They did get me a car. It's fine. I never expected one. It was just hilarious.
Aww.
It's just objectively really, really badly corroborated gifts for a 16-year-old.
Oh no. Well, yeah, speaking of the 16-year-old getting some car stuff, driver's permit. Oh, that really sucks.
It was brutal. It was a little brutal.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I had a story where like I didn't need a bad gift, but I did have a scary Christmas story where so it was back then, like around like high school time. It wasn't for me specifically, but for my brother. This is more of my brother's story.
Ooh, okay.
So basically, one of the Christmases, we kind of do this thing where like, okay, each one person gets a turn each Christmas, and they're gonna have the biggest gift out of the whole family because that's all we could afford. So one person gets a really special gift. Sometimes that means a new phone for that person. Something really nice. Like my dad got a grill when it was his turn to have the special gift of the Christmas. So it was my brother's turn. And he was like, "Oh, I hope it's like at the time like a PS3. I hope it's the PS3. I really hope so. I'm not going to put too much money on it. Maybe they'll give me a new phone, which is really nice too, but I hope it's a PS3." And they've been like trying to Uno reverse him, being like, "Oh yeah, you got that phone for a long time, huh? Like you want a new phone, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, that'll be nice. But, I still had this PS2. Would be really nice if I have a PS3." And I had no idea what was going on, so I was like clueless. Turns out they tricked him. It was actually a PS3, which is really sweet. But when he opened the PS3, this is the first time I ever seen my brother faint. So he fainted when he opened his PS3.
I love that.
And we were all scared. At first it was like, yay! But then, immediately he was like, and fainted. And we were freaking out. It's like, oh shoot, do we need to call the hospital? Like, do we have to call 911? This is scary. Like, it literally actually fainted. I never witnessed anyone, like, fainted before. He was out for, like, maybe, like, a minute or two. And then he finally got up and was like, "Did I get a PS3?" And then, yeah, he finally, like...
Okay, love that less, that it was a little bit scary, but that's kind of hilarious.
But it was really, looking back at it now, it's hilarious. But in the moment, we're like, did he just die because he got a PS3?
Killed my brother with a PS3.
Yeah, but no, he actually was super happy that he fainted. And now we have a new rule that before we open gifts, we have to have
be sitting down.
We have to be sitting down. We have to have a good enough, like, breakfast to have food in our stomachs. So that, because we immediately opened the gifts instead of eating breakfast.
That's so cute, though.
So, yeah, that's a new thing now because we always reference that story. So, yeah, that's
what
my
a
little
phenomenal Christmas. Also, what a great way to be like, no. Go get me breakfast. Go get me coffee. And then we'll open gifts.
Yeah, so that I don't have to faint again and think that we died. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
Yay.
okay. All right, let's do. Am I the asshole? I haven't even skimmed this story. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't even skimmed this story.
So this will be new.
This will be new, but I read the title.
All new.
All right, it's
Okay.
Am I the asshole for laughing uncontrollably at my son when he asked me to replace a Christmas gift he broke out of anger?
I'm gonna say no.
Ooh.
Because what's it called? Like you gifted to him. Now it's up to him to make sure the gift is okay.
Yeah. Here's my question though: is this a 4-year-old?
True.
Is that a 4-year-old?
How old is this son?
And then you're like, nope, you broke it. You can never have a nice thing again.
True.
It's like, that's a 4-year-old.
If it's a 4-year-old, like 10-year-old,
like,
that broke his toy, like, okay, get him a new toy.
Yeah, like, yeah, you have a conversation, but okay, let's see. I know I likely am, but the extent of which I'm unsure about. Okay.
Ooh.
My son is almost 17. Never mind. Not 4. He's 17.
He broke. What did he break?
I don't know. Well, hormones are crazy. I don't know.
What did he break?
Actually, no, I didn't ever break anything. When
Like
I
a
was
16-year-old boy, what would he get? Like a...
I broke out a lot. Mom, if you're watching this, no, I didn't. That's a lie for the camera. Mom, plug your ears and hum for a minute for no other reason.
Yeah.
I definitely was breaking out of that house. But not breaking things. Okay, are we ready? So my son is almost 17. This Christmas, we bought him an expensive computer gaming chair as he plays a lot of online multiplayer shooters. Okay, great. Look, great
that's
gift.
nice.
My son has some anger issues.
Ooh.
Which he is currently in therapy for.
That's good.
Shout out. These shooters tend to bring out his temper more than usual.
Oh, he might need to reconsider. Okay, so as someone who used to play shooters, and I'm not good at them by any means, but it does bring a certain bad side of me that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to play these type of shooters anymore. And I know he's 16 or 17 and all, and he's a teenager, and that's like the prime time for them, playing these games and whatever. But hopefully, as he's growing up, he'll reconsider. lessening that time with those shooters.
Here's my thing. This is all I read. My son has severe lactose intolerance, and he loves
What?
eating pizza. Like, that's what I heard, you know? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I get that he loves eating pizza, but you just said he's severely lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
so why?
that's
so,
basically-
So I get that he can eat the pizza, and he just has to deal with it, but like...
That's true. Like, you're literally doing something that will not help with what he's trying to learn in therapy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so, but that, you know what? That's their own issue. That's something y'all gotta. That's also
something
something
else.
y'all gotta figure out between yourselves.
yeah.
Anyway, he's in therapy. However, the past few months he's been keeping it together very well. I figured a chair might be a fair present. Okay, yeah. I was wrong because the day after Christmas he was gaming, started to have bad luck, and apparently people in game were fucking with him because he was losing his patience.
Oh.
This culminated in him screaming insults and then picking up his chair and slamming it into the ground, breaking the back of it.
No! He picked up his chair and slammed it! What is, no! An expensive gaming, guys, those big expensive gaming chairs, they're heavy too, so he was literally like, like the Hulk. What? I'm so shook.
After talking him down, we had a very serious conversation about him no longer being allowed to play multiplayer games while under my roof until his therapist feels comfortable with his progress, talked about coping mechanisms, etc. Shout out to Mom!
Yeah.
Really quick, shout out to Mom.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a little late, but you know, a little late but never.
Number one.
Better late than never,
Yeah,
or
better
whatever
late
it
than
is.
never for sure.
But 100% shout out to Mom for finally being like, we're not doing this. You can't do it. Obviously, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Obviously there's an issue here. And like also at the end of the day, you are protecting your son.
Yeah.
Because what if your son has this meltdown in public to, I don't know, someone with an armed weapon?
That'd be scary.
If your son has a meltdown to a cop.
Yeah. Like what if with this meltdown he might accidentally hurt himself, hurt others, and you don't want that to happen.
And these sort of anger issues are scary.
They're scary.
And dangerous and need to be addressed. However, I made it very clear that it was unacceptable and he would be grounded. We've had these heart-to-hearts many times, so it's not like every time he has an outburst, I'm making light of it. It's a serious issue and treated like such. However, when he came to me later that day, he told me he'd like me to replace the chair because it was a gift. He really liked it and it would only be fair. The frustration, disbelief, and disappointment in his behavior boiled over and I started laughing hysterically.
Oh.
As in a full laughing fit, barely able to breathe or talk. The more he'd plead his case, the harder I'd laugh, repeatedly asking him how it was fair in his mind.
He just broke.
To have me replace a gift that I paid for, and then he broke in anger. And not even like, this is the cherry on top. It's not even like he was, it was a toy that he was roughhousing with and then broke. Like, that's a different story.
This chair is not meant to be moved around like that and broken.
And it wasn't even like, oh, he was roughhousing with his chair and it broke. Like, he was gaming in a way, like he was getting too into his game and it broke. No, he purposely broke it. He broke it on purpose. It wasn't an accident.
Because he was pissed and he needed to put something on something, so
asking someone, like, if this story was, oh, my son gets way too into games and he'll, like, bounce up and down and then break the chair.
Or, like, oops.
And I told him not to do that, and then he did it anyway. Then, yeah, okay, maybe it is fair to replace it, and you can talk about the fact that, like, hey,
don't do that.
We're not doing that anymore. But, like, this was, again, not out of, oh, I was too excited about my game. This was, I deliberately broke the chair.
I wouldn't replace it because it's a lesson to him on, like, you need to regulate your emotions or else stuff like this will happen where, like, you get a nice gift like a gaming chair and you break it purposefully and now you're regretting it.
Or someone kills you.
Yeah.
Or someone kills you. Because, again, if you break out in anger and start, like, literally breaking things in anger.
Yeah.
There's people that could take that as you've lost it and need to be neutralized.
Yeah. It's scary.
Which is scary.
It's scary.
It's scary. Throwing that out there. This is for your own safety, my guy. Okay, this obviously pissed him off more, which led him to getting emotional, but I just couldn't seem to stop myself. I tried walking out of the room and asking him to drop it, but every time he'd say, "But I need a chair," or "What am I supposed to do now?" I'd laugh again. I tried explaining that I'm not laughing at his feelings. I'm laughing at how absurd it is for him as a teenager to expect me to replace shit he can't be bothered to treat with respect and then whine about it when he broke it. He's still pissed about it. And feels slighted. I feel bad for laughing and honestly wonder if I had some sort of mini stress break at myself because it's never happened before and I couldn't seem to stop. But at the same time, I stand by the fact that his request was ridiculous enough to make most people want to laugh. It says, how badly did I fuck up?
Oh, okay. But yeah, I will say he shouldn't have laughed. Like, you should, but I do agree with the sentiment of, like, it's ridiculous for you to ask me to replace it when, you know, when we keep saying you need to regulate your emotions. We're giving you, honestly, this privilege to play games like this, so you need to learn how to regulate those emotions as you're taking, like, these, like, therapy sessions, all of that, and then you're breaking your own chair. Like, at that point, when I see a gift, once the gift has been given, this is now Kia's gift. Kia can do whatever she wants with the gift. If she broke the gift, so sorry.
I eat the gift.
Yeah, if she eats the gift and she's like, "Oh, Ember, can you give me another, I don't know, like, chair? I ate the chair somehow."
I'm hungry for more chair.
I'll be like, "Sorry, Kia. Maybe next Christmas or next birthday, but I'm not gonna get you a chair immediately." You know?
Yeah.
Like, that is up for Kia to decide what she wants to do with chair. And what the son decided, is to break it in a rage. And that's what you do with that.
I also didn't grow up playing multi-shooters, so maybe it's something with that, maybe it's something with this kid, maybe it's something with how this kid has observed other people deal with stress. I don't know. There's probably a lot of factors. But here's from my personal experience, because that's all I can pull from. In my personal experience, I have never been so mad at a fake thing to want to damage something that is real.
That's valid.
I've never seen a movie that has made me so mad I want to break something. I've never had a game make me so mad I want to break something. I've never had a book, because at the end of the day, a game is made up. It's a made up fake thing that doesn't exist. It's fake, and you're pretending to try to do this thing. It's not real. It's not real. I have broken a few things. When I found out someone very close to me was terminal, I broke some things.
Yeah.
But again, because, you know, something really awful and permanent was happening in my life. And again, it wasn't a fake thing. It wasn't a game. And this comes from a gamer. This comes from a fucking gamer. I play a game every single day of my life. At least one. Usually multiple. Usually some sort of board game, some sort of video game.
Yeah, at least for me, because, like, granted, I break things. So as someone who does...
Have you broken things out of anger from the game?
Yeah. So
Tell me. Okay, what goes through your mind?
So it's more of a competitive thing. It comes from competition. So I grew up with the older brother. We played a lot of games. We got into fights. If I didn't win, vice versa, if he didn't win. So it does come from a more competitive side, unfortunately. And with these shooters, it's even worse. Because imagine this. Like, you're already under anonymity because, like, you can't see the other person's face usually when you're playing the shooter. Maybe you can hear them, or maybe you can see them. But that's it. So you see, like, this thing that, like, it's easy for you to be like, oh, whoa, Kia, you suck at the 360 no-scope. You freaking suck. And it's so easy for them to say that. Because, like, they're behind a screen. So that competitive nature mixed in with it really does, like, make you see red. Like, it blinds you. So I think it's more from, like, being extremely... And it is the type of game you play. Extremely competitive. If I'm not extremely competitive with Animal Crossing, because if I'm playing Animal Crossing with some online people, I'm not thinking about that stuff. But if you're trying to shoot... Like, if you're playing, like, that Call of Duty and you're trying to get enough kills to be better than the other team, but the other team is like, you suck, then, like, of course you're gonna be super duper angry. I mean, and then with that anger, you have to be like, okay, is it angry in a fun way, in a gaming way, where it's like, oh, well, you guys suck. Let me see if I can get you in the next round. Or will you destroy a chair? You know?
No, you're right. Okay, hold on. Now that you're talking about it, no, I've done this.
It's more of a competitive.
I've done this with D&D.
Yeah.
I've ripped up a couple character sheets before.
Yeah.
I had a couple campaigns slash just times that either players made me mad, like the people themselves, or it was like the game itself. Like I got mad that I fucked up and died, and I end up like ripping up my character sheet and like, fuck that character. Okay, like I get that. I guess it's just for me that like I just couldn't imagine breaking something that mattered. You know? Or, like, breaking your chair. Especially the chair that you sit in. Why would you break... I don't know. For me, I'm just, like... my mind would never go to, like, break the chair. Or, like, when people go to grab the monitor and break the monitor, I'm like, but why?
There were times
That's yours.
I know.
It doesn't hurt anyone but you.
I think it goes to, like, a literally blind rage. Like, you can't really see once you're in that anger. And that's when it's dangerous. Because at least for me, luckily I didn't fully break a controller, but I was very close to breaking controllers.
Yeah, see, I've always been perfectly rational every single day of my entire life. So can't relate. But now that we've talked about it, I'm like, okay, I have rage quit D&D before. Like, I have, like, and I've rage quit games where I have, like... thrown things before. I think it's just that, like, I could not imagine breaking.
But at least I think
a very expensive item. Have you ever broken like an expensive item?
I guess controllers, because some controllers can be like $50 and plus sometimes.
Dang, she's got a temper.
Yeah.
Guys, be careful. Her mom sent her to therapy and won't let her play multiplayer shooters anymore.
But actually, that's where it starts, is like, you need to kind of admit to yourself, okay, playing these kind of games will bring this sort of feeling into me, so I stopped playing. And that's why I play things more like Animal Crossing, Stardew, and all of that. So you yourself, if you are playing, like, Call of Duty, that's all I can think of right now. If you're playing, like, things like Call of Duty, and, like, it's really pissing you off, like, honestly, stop playing the game. Like, games are not supposed to piss you off. Stop playing the game. It's supposed to be fun. Video games, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. Game. That's what it's supposed to be. But if it like, you're yelling at the screen because someone keeps killing you, or, like, you're, this competition,
and I will say, this is not to also say that people who get into the game are bad anyway. I am the number one person to suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
As soon as I get into a game, that is real life. That's what's happening. I love to yell. I love to shout. I love to get, like, actually upset. I love it, especially when I get to play a board game that is a little bit, like, talky. Yeah. And you get to try to convince people, and then you end up yelling, and you stand and be like, no, but fuck you, that was my railroad to begin with! That's my favorite. I love getting lost in the game, but the whole point is that it's fake. It's pretend. We're fake yelling. We're fake getting upset.
Yeah, make sure you're separating real life from the game.
We're playing upset. We're playing what would happen, and then you get to use all these emotions, and again, a fake and, fun way that is in a constructed universe that has boundaries and rules.
Yeah.
But once you take it out of that universe and start breaking in real life things,
that's when it messes you up.
That's when that's when we've stopped suspending our disbelief.
Yeah.
Now you believe.
It reminds me of, like, when there's, like, for example, like in D&D, now I'm thinking about D&D, when, like, people would, like, romance maybe another player character when maybe in real life they're not interested in each other at all. It starts blinding the line.
Oh, I have a story for that one. We'll do that one on the next Am I the Asshole, or the next Reddit story.
But, like, that's another example, like, you know, other than just anger, of, like, okay, if you even see it in the other way, where it's like, oh, I'm trying to romance this player character, but wait, does that mean, does he have a crush on me? What? No, she doesn't. It's just part of the story. It's part of the game that you're playing.
Yeah, and...
so it's one of those things.
And once again, if your anger is so out of control that you break things that you don't intend to, like your chair, you need to talk to someone, because you are a danger to not only yourself but others.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if you're gonna break a $300 chair? What happens if it's
how about
some
that
person
PC, that $1,000 PC? How about yourself, which is, you know, priceless?
What happens if you get mad at a person?
Yeah.
Are you going to damage that person? Like, again, now there's safety issues.
It gets scary.
We gotta figure this out.
It gets really scary. Quick.
So, end of the story, I think, no, Mom, you're not the asshole. In fact, I think that kid needed to be laughed at.
Dang.
May I say that maybe that kid, because obviously you've said, this mom said earlier in the story that they've had a tender, like this heart-to-heart every single time he's done this. Every single time he's had an outburst, they've had a heart-to-heart. And it's not working. He still is having these outbursts. So maybe it's time to pull the mirror up. To stop playing it nice, to stop sugarcoating it and going, look how ridiculous you look. Look in the mirror. And look how ridiculous you look, asking me to give you $300 after you shit on the last $300 I gave you.
Yeah. I wouldn't replace it. I would, give him a foldable chair and then let him start off with that.
Yeah, 100%.
And then, boop.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just unlocked a core memory.
What?
I did destroy my room once. I just unlocked a core memory.
What?
I was 8 years old. I had just watched Harriet the Spy.
Okay.
And in Harriet the Spy, she gets mad and she rips up her diary. And I had gotten mad at my parents. So I ripped up my books. And I ripped up like half my books. And I like that because I was mad. And my parents found out and took all of my books away. Even the ones that I didn't fuck up. They took all of my books away. And this was pre-internet, okay? There was nothing else to do but read books and play with toys. They took all of my books away. And I was like, okay, and I had apologized, and I had done the whole thing, and I had cleaned up my room, and I was like, can I have my books back? And my mom was like, no. And I was like, what? And she's like, you can earn these back. And I was like, what? So I had to do extra things, like things that weren't in my normal daily, chore list. Like, I had to go and do extra things in order to earn my books back. And I think it took me a year. I think it took me a full year to get all of my books back. And then after that, I think that was it. I think that was the lesson I needed to be like, oh, these things aren't like a right. I don't have a right to these books. My parents gave me them. Mm-hmm. They can take them away. And it taught me to respect items, respect things, not break them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like the kiddo needed to kind of learn his lesson, and then he'll probably appreciate it down the line. Dang. Ooh, but whoa, what crazy, how funny too. Like, we went from, one kiddo who wanted, just something, just a driver's permit, and then now it's just, one that's oh, replace my gamer chair that I broke. Dang. Especially when it's, the gamer chair that you broke and you're not even allowed to game anymore, buddy. Oh, dang.
Maybe ask for new running shoes.
Ooh, well, just another reminder that Christmas is probably the most non-stressful holiday of the year. So I hope that your holidays went a little bit better than these two. I hope that they were stress-free and that you got good gifts. Yeah.
And or at least socks. At least socks are useful.
Let us know in the comments how many chairs you've broken over the years.
Yeah. Okay. So Han, I would also love to know. I want to see what's the verdict. Are we? Do you have you broken things out of anger because of?
Because I definitely have.
And I'm not talking about oh, someone's dying. Oh, you just lost your dream job. Oh, your house burnt down. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
silly.
about a video game, a TV show, a sport game, whatever it is.
Ooh, there's actually a lot of stories of people at sports games.
I know.
With,
so I want to know,
have
have you broken things?
Yeah.
Out of anger over made up stuff? Or have you not? Let me know. Let us know. Yes. I want to find out who's actually more normal here. Spoiler alert, it's no one.
No one. You're all weird.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see you next time. And remember, this is a fever dream. You're in a dream right now. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
You're in a dream. You're dreaming. Wake up.